stop procrastinating. Strong statement. Message to myself. Basically, I don't know if you're anything like me, but I am my worst critic to a flaw. There's a positive side to look at being a perfectionist, right? It's like, oh, no, I have very high standards, which is cool. But then it can be being a perfectionist to a flaw, which means it's something that holds you back and gets in your way and it stops you from like output. I hardly ever post on YouTube because of this standard that I have for YouTube that I guess performance is a thing. And so I was in the studio with a music artist earlier, and this music artist has had success with his releases in his career. So now he's kind of got hype to live up to. This is what happens whenever you've had success at any time. And success is relative from person to person, right? So for some people that they're used to getting with their content, 10 views, 20 views, 30 views, and they have a certain video and it gets like 5,000 views. It's like, holy shit, I seen some success right here relative to what I'm used to. Same thing goes with music artists. And let's say some songs you're streaming 100,000, 100,000, 100,000. You get a certain song and you get like 4 million streams. It's like, this was very successful for me in comparison and relative to what I'm used to. What happens is these numbers, they become roadblocks, shit that gets in your way and slows down output. The take home message is increase output, remove barriers and things that get in your way that slow down the process. So back to this music artist, they've had success, right? They have songs with multi-millions of streams. What happens is after that, after coming back from that success, when you drop a song and it doesn't perform like the other ones do, all of a sudden you're like, oh shit, and you start to panic. And then now you're overthinking and you're so caught up in the numbers. And then now you're questioning your strategy. And this is where like overthinking comes in. And it's like our mind starts searching for problems, like what went wrong, what is bad about it. When in reality, man, you're not competing like for your own fans, but it's like you're competing for attention from people who are fucking distracted. Like, bro, just video after video after video. So many distractions. People are shown the most engaging, fast-paced dopamine content in the world next to your shit, next to your videos. So the music artist was like, man, so I'm thinking of this plan, basically this perfect plan. I have this huge library of all this music. Most of this music is not good enough. It'll never see the light of day. And what I was telling him is zoom out. And instead of judging if something is successful in a span of weeks or days or just anything short term, instead just zoom out and tell yourself, yo, over the next 5 to 10 years, that's going to get seen. It's going to get heard. It's going to reach people. Another way to look at this is if you don't have an audience right now and you're putting shit out there, just look at it as you're building the library that needs to be there whenever the day comes that you are discovered. So imagine if you had an opportunity in like 5 minutes and it was like, yo, all of the most famous, most followed people in the world are about to shout you out. And this is your moment. This is your opportunity. Every single person is gonna run to your profile right now. Would you feel confident with what you have there, or would you feel like, fuck, I'm not ready, I need to get my shit together? Like, hold on, not 5 minutes, give me like 5 months, I gotta get more stuff out here. Knowing that, it's a good thing that opportunity hasn't happened for you right now. It hasn't happened yet. So just look at right now as prep work. You gotta prepare for when that moment comes. How this ties into myself is a friend of mine, Mario, he calls me yesterday. He's asked me some questions about what he's got going on. And then from me talking, he was asking about myself and he was like, bro, what's going on with you and YouTube? He said, I've always said, man, you should have never slowed down with YouTube. You had so much momentum. You were about to blow. And I've always said my biggest fear is being the guy that could have amounted to something and never did. That's my ultimate fear. It's like, fuck that, not me. I want to ensure that I reach my full potential. So Mario is a good friend. You know, he was giving me a pep talk like, bro, pose, man. Sometimes you just got to sit down in front of a fucking camera and talk. And what I was telling this artist is instead of being afraid of being judged by like all these random strangers, assume that the main people are going to see your shit right away is like your most engaged audience, which they just want more of you. And I was thinking like, man, my most engaged audience, they just want more of me. They want to know like what's going on. They want to know what's in my head. They want to know like, damn, bro, why did you stop making content? Like, share more what's going on with you. We kind of abandoned your YouTube and now we're over on your Instagram where you're more consistent and we can actually keep up with what you got going on. Man, it'd be cool to see, you know, the behind the scenes of what you got going on your YouTube channel, but I haven't been posting. So I told Mario, I said, bro, tomorrow I'm going to film a video. Thank you. And I'll text you and I'll update you. And I'm actually going to do it right now. Filming a video right now. There you go. That's what real friends are for. They want to push you. They want to see you reach your full potential. Stop fucking procrastinating. Put shit out there. Don't judge whether it's working today or tomorrow. Put shit out there and understand that this is the process of like the huge big picture. The big picture is you 10, 20, 30 years from now being further in your career, in a completely different space in life than you are right now. In order from you to get where you are today to where you want to go tomorrow in the future, this is all part of the process. I was telling the artist the other day, he was new to making music. And I said, okay, how long have you been making music? He said about, I think 6 months now. I said, okay, cool. How many songs have you done? He said about 30 songs. I was like, wow, that's impressive. What number is the song that you did today? And I think it was like 32, 33. I said, okay, so this is your 33rd song today. Is this better than your first song? And he laughed. He was like, haha, yeah, like way better. I've gotten way better. I'm way more comfortable. And I said, okay, cool. Do you see how you made 30 something songs in 6 months? And what if I told you it's going to take you 150 songs until you're good? And if you took 10 years to make 150 songs and you're extending that process of you going from complete amateur and sucking to being good over 10 years. And I was like, or you could do, a song a week and now you're 3 years away from being good. But if you want to speed that process up, then maybe you do 2 songs a week and now you got a year and a half until you're good. And I was telling him the next step of the process is you got to be creating content. And he was like, but I suck at creating content. And he also said, and I hate creating content. And I said, you hate creating content because you're not good at creating content. And you're not good at creating content because you don't fucking create content. Just like you probably hated making music maybe in the beginning because you sucked at making music, and you enjoy making music more now because you're good at making music because it's a thing that you've done. So let's say, again, you're 100 to 200 pieces of content away from being good at making content. If you post 1 piece of content a week, you're about 2 to 4 years away from being good at making content. If you start posting 4 pieces of content a week, in like a year, you're going to be good at making content. The sooner you start, the sooner you get better and you don't suck. And honestly, if you do suck in the beginning, which you should, because why wouldn't you? That's better, because if you think about like a weight loss, a before and after, the transformation picture, the more drastic the transformation, the better. If you're taking a weight loss picture, ideally you want to be as fat as fucking possible on your before picture, so that way your after picture is like, holy shit, you went from this to this. So the good advice, if you are new and you suck, which you should, because everyone else sucks when they first start, that's good. This is your before picture. So just give it a month and you could probably do a before and after. It's like, give it 6 months, your before and after is going to be like, oh shit. Give it a year, before and after, and then zoom out and give it like 5 years, give it 10 years. There is no such thing as perfect. There is such thing as progress. Progress is undeniable. Progress is inevitable. Progress happens, but progress is a process, and the process is output. Just keep dropping shit and you will see results. In order to stay sane, your mental health is measure the success of things on a much longer timeline. So it's not like I gave it a month, it wasn't working. It's like, no. Just do it for like 5 to 10 years and it'll work, I promise. What's crazy is most people don't want to do that, but that's what it's going to take anyways. Because in my case, when I was younger, I remember having a notebook. It was like the size of my phone in my pocket when I was working like a construction job. And I have like dreams and goals, and I'd be inspired and motivated throughout the day. I'll take my little handy dandy notebook out and I'd have a pen and I'd be like, goals by 20 years old, this. Goals by 25, married, millionaire, mansion, toured the world, record deal, $1 million in the bank, this. Goals by 30, I billionaire, 5 houses, and this is real. This was my delusional, unrealistic expectations of the journey. And it's like, it didn't work out that way. I have achieved some of the things that were my goals in like that 5-year timeline, but it took me 20. So if it's going to take a long time anyways, you might as well set yourself up the right way with like proper expectations. And I know hearing this, damn bro, but I really want this to work like by this summer. It just doesn't work that way. It's possible, but it's not probable. You gotta understand the difference. The possibility is what keeps us going, right? Because it makes us optimistic. I know it's gonna happen over, 5, 10 years, but it still could happen in 1. It still could happen in 2. It still could happen in 3. And then also on the way to that 5, there's still progress progress, which is good progress. There's growth, a lot of life-changing shit that happens along the way. Let me know what you guys think about these sit down long random talks. Just getting my thoughts out there because I have a lot of shit to share. This is more therapeutic to me to just sit down and talk versus like scripting. I've never been a script guy. Has some bullet points. You guys ask questions, I film videos and answer them. How about that? Sound fair? Subscribe. I'll see you guys next video. Please give the video a thumbs up. Links to all my stuff in the description if you're trying to work with me, if you're trying to learn from me. See you guys next time. Cracka TV. We out.